In the middle of the grasslands, Zama dances, eyes closed, arms stretched, feet barely touching the ground. Energy flows with every move. Her body speaks a forgotten language, each step calling down waves of light that ripple across the heavens. Her glowing ankle bands pulse with ancestral tech. The sky listens. The stars respond. Before we dance on stages, we dance among stars. Before war came, peace lived in our rhythm. Suddenly, silence. The wind stops. The holographic wildlife glitches. Zama opens her eyes. Something's wrong. A massive shadow swallows the moon. The sky dims not from clouds, but from metal. From above, an alien warship descends. Black as obsidian, outlined in electric red. The grass beneath her feet turns cold. Her energy field flickers. Zama lowers into a fighting stance. Her glowing spear rises from the ground, called by her body's rhythm. In the distance, her grandmother's drum echoes from a mountain village. It's a warning, an awakening. The stars no longer sing. They scream. Zama whispers. They've come for the rhythm, but they'll leave with the silence of their defeat. The warship opens. Light beams scan the land. Shadows move beneath its hull, Corroan soldiers, half machine, half shadow, descending in synchronized formation. She doesn't wait. She dances forward straight into the fire. With every movement, energy wraps around her body. Light shields form midair. The war begins not with weapons, but with a dance that shakes the cosmos. As the drums rise and skies darken, only one truth remains. If they take our rhythm, they take our soul. On the red cliffs of Titan 7, beneath rings that shimmer like ancient beadwork in the sky, Zama moves silently between two armies. One side bays diamond-forged weapons, the other flame-born tech, both shouting codes of conquest. She carries no weapon in hand, only a hollow spear strapped to her back, dormant. Her eyes hold something sharper than metal, wisdom. She steps onto sacred ground, raises her hand, and dances, not for show, not for power. She dances to remind them who they are. With every fluid motion, tribal holograms swirl in the air, lions, drums, constellations. The land responds. The soldiers pause. Breath slows. Rage flickers into remembrance. A brief peace blooms where war almost took root. That night, as stars float above the crystalline oceans of Titan 7, Zama sits alone, watching old footage of a dance once performed by her mother. Her grandmother Nayaka appears in a flickering call from Earth, her voice both warm and urgent. You move with spirit, Zama, but something darker dances near you now. Zama doesn't sleep. She dreams of fire in the sky, of drums drowned in static, of a symbol 3 black crescents consuming a star. She jolts awake. In the unified African Alliance temple back on Earth, Zama stands before elders and generals. The galactic assembly echoes with voices that sound more machine than human. She speaks. The Corroans are not here for diplomacy. They are here to colonize our rhythm. They will take our peace zones first. Laughter circles her like drones. They call her outdated, emotional, the dancer with dreams. One delegate leans in, smiling like a blade. Perhaps if you sang loud enough, they'd change their minds. She bows, not in submission and warning, as she boards her shuttle. Unaware, a Corroan drone, camouflaged in her ship's solar tail, blinks to life. It hums silently, feeding her every movement to the Empire. Back on Earth, Nayaka pours ancestral water onto the soil and dances by firelight, whispering into the stars. The storm has heard her name, and it is coming for her rhythm. In orbit, the first Corroan scout ship bends space, unseen by Earth's defense grid. The shadows have moved, and Zama, still breathing peace, does not yet know her next dance will be for survival. The stars fracture. Without warning, the great cosmic gate above Earth's orbit shatters not in flames, but in silence. Space folds in on itself. Beacons go dark. Earth's voice is severed from the stars. No help is coming. In the grasslands of Umoja, the ground quakes with a new rhythm, not drums, but drills. The Corroans descend without declaration, sweeping through border villages like phantoms. They carry silent weapons and twisted machinery, harvesting ancestrium, the mineral that once gave Umoja their communion with time, now being stripped from sacred soil. Field once used for ritual dance burned blue beneath Corran extraction engines. The songs of ancestors are drowned in static. Zama returns to find fire where peace once lived. Her grandmother's village lies in ruins. A single necklace, glowing faintly in ash, is all that remains of Nyaka. Zama doesn't scream. She kneels, dips her fingers into the soil, and begins to move a slow, trembling dance not of beauty, but of mourning. Above her, the sky watches. The winds shift. The storm has heard her vow. She vanishes into the underground network. And when she returns, she is not alone. Kwezi, armored in obsidian exotech patch with street graffiti markings, hovers in from Johannesburg, cracking jokes as his boots land like thunder. He trusts no one but follows Zama. Io, the rogue AI spirit bound to Zama's neural stem, flickers into her mind with a distorted voice. I died once for this cause. I'll do it again. Just don't cry when I fade. Bantu, shirtless, war-scarred, carries a living drum whose beats create shockwaves. He touches no machines, but his rhythm makes them bow. Training beneath the hollowed-out husks of ancient starships, Zama shows him the forbidden art. Nebula combat a fusion of movement, memory, and sound. With each step, they learn to bend light. With each rhythm, they form shields of energy. They dance not for celebration, but for survival. Each night, Zama dreams of her sister twin soul, lost in the first Corran raid. The memory is sharp, a flash of red light, a scream, then silence. Beneath the twin moons, she dances alone, her body swaying to a melody only the dead remember. But the greatest wound is yet to come. One evening, as her team plans their first strike, the camp is surrounded. Zama turns and sees General Makori, her old lover, standing at the edge of the clearing. His weapon glows. Makori, by order of the Galactic Alliance, you are under arrest for sedition and unauthorized warfare. But his eyes betray his voice. His hands tremble. Zama steps forward. Calm. Certain. Zama, you loved the rhythm once, Makori, before they taught you to fear it. Io flickers beside her. Kwezi activates his chute. Bantu's hand hover over his drum. Makori lowers his weapon just slightly. Makori, they are watching. I had no choice. Zama, then choose again. Alarms sound in the distance. A Corran strike drone slices through the air and fires before anyone can move. By the time the smoke clears, the valley below is gone and in its place, burning rubble where a village stood. Zama runs. She finds only silence. Her grandmother's final stand defending the last Ancestrium shrine ended with her life force absorbed by the Corran tech. Zama falls to her knees, hands trembling in the dust. Then, slowly, she rises and for the first time, doesn't dance. She moves with rage. With precision. Zama, softly. They stole my sister. They silenced my grandmother. They want to erase our rhythm. She looks up at the night sky, her voice steady. Then let's make the stars hear us. The battle for rhythm begins. The cold void of space stretches endless as Zama's rebel team approaches a massive Corran mothership, lurking like a black scar within Saturn's shimmering rings. Its surface ripples with alien glyphs that pulse in unnatural rhythms a dark heartbeat against the starry backdrop. Inside their stealth craft, tension is thick. Kwezi checks his exosuit systems, fingers flying over holographic controls. Bantu softly taps a beat on his drum, syncing with the ship's vibrations. Io, flickering like a ghost in Zama's neural link, whispers warnings and hacked intel. Zama's voice cuts through. Remember, this isn't just a raid. It's a message. We dance to disrupt their command. We fight to reclaim our song. The airlock looms ahead. Zama ignites a holospear, its radiant light slicing shadows as they slip inside. Corridors pulse with cold light and eerie silence, alive with Corran technology warped by stolen ancestrium. Shadows twist unnaturally, as if the ship itself resents their intrusion. Suddenly, alarms scream, red beams lock onto them. From the darkness emerges a Corran commander, shifting shape fluidly, but then solidifying into the haunting visage of Zama's lost twin sister. Commander, mocking. You dance alone, sister, but I am the silence you feared. Zama's heart pounds, but she steadies herself. This battle is not just physical, it's spiritual. Their fight is a deadly dance, spear against shadow, rhythm against void. With every strike, Zama calls upon the ancient movements taught by Nyaka, her spear glowing brighter, bending light into shields. Behind her, Quasi hacks consoles, disrupting ship systems. Bantu drum beats resonate, causing tremors that fracture the command deck's control. Io sacrifices herself, becoming a blinding pulse that overloads a Corran AI core, giving Zama the opening. With a final, graceful twirl, Zama impales a commander's shadow form, shattering it into a cascade of stars. The mothership shudders. Zama stands, breathless but triumphant. Her voice is steady. This is our rhythm, our resistance. The universe will remember Umoja. Outside, Saturn's rings glow anew, a cosmic dance reborn. The air inside the Corran mothership vibrates with tension, every corridor a labyrinth of shadows and humming alien tech. Zama and her team move silently, their footsteps light, synchronized like the heartbeat of a drum only they can hear. Bantu's hands hover over his sacred drum, fingers poised to unleash an ancient code of frequency so old it predates the stars themselves. With a sudden, deep strike, the drumbeat ripples through the ship's systems. Lights flicker, screens glitch, weapon arrays stutter and die. Corran machinery shudders as ancestral rhythms clash against cold logic. Zama feels it pulse within her, the rhythm of her people, the soul of Umoja, weaving through her veins like wildfire. Suddenly, the gravity shifts. They are weightless, floating in the heart of the enemy's lair. From the swirling shadows emerges a Corran commander, shifting form with unnatural grace and solidifying into the face Zama knows too well, her lost twin sister. The commander's voice is a whisper and a roar. You thought I'd lose myself, but I found myself in our rhythm. The two circle each other in zero gravity, their bodies weaving a deadly dance of blades and light. Every movement is poetry, pain, and power intertwined. Zama summons the strength of generations, her holo spear glowing with pure energy. But the commander's attacks claw at her mind, a haunting echo of sisterhood twisted by war. To break the illusion, Zama reaches deep into her neural link, sacrificing Io, her AI spirit, severing their connection in a brilliant flash of code and light. Io's voice fades with a whisper. For Umoja, for you. The commander falters. Zama strikes with a final dance, a powerful arc of energy that shatters the enemy into a cascade of stars. Outside, Saturn's rings shimmer brighter, reflecting the victory of ancient rhythms over cold oppression. Zama's viral broadcast floods every screen, every corner of the galaxy, a message of unity, resilience, and the unstoppable power of culture. The war ends. Peace returns to Earth. On a quiet cliff, bathed in moonlight, Zama stands alone. A soft drumbeat echoes from the sky. Her eyes close. She smiles. Her sister's spirit lives on in every beat. The wind whispers through the tall grasses as Zama stands silhouetted against the vast African night sky, stars glittering like ancestral eyes watching over her. The soft drumbeat grows steady, a heartbeat bridging worlds past, present, and future. Zama, they thought silence would be our end. But in every step, every breath, every heartbeat, our story dances on. Her gaze lifts toward the constellations, now alive with vibrant colors, pulsing in time with the drums. The rhythm of Umoja is not just our past, it is the future. A future where peace is fought with wisdom, where strength flows from connection, and where every soul carries the light of the stars. She takes a deep breath, feeling the warmth of her ancestors' presence. We are more than warriors. We are dancers of the cosmos, keepers of the rhythm that binds us all. Showing the vastness of Earth beneath her feet, the nebulae swirling above, the drumbeat fading into the infinite.